the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You gotta love. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just on your truck.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Lion!
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Lions defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good grab there, and here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. Going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be down just inside the 30. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here. There he goes, left side. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 22. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Red on red.
After 1, 7-3 the score. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Lawrence will throw. And his throw is incomplete. I think of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles. For years we've heard the talk. Why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown! Sam Laporta. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Going for it, here's Etienne. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Is this old brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run come. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Gone. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown Lions. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now ETN to start the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. But now here's a deep shot that's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from the defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. The point after is good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. Runs over it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's... He's got a man, complete! It's a big play for the Jaguars. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Etienne is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught, and he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. St. Brown in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.